Nervous?
I'm not.
Well, nobody can see anything now anyway. Right,
Let's go.
welcome back to the channel, guys. It's funny, dude, like you can do all like the outtakes and that. Right, hello and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining this process so far. You'll see that today I've got my wife with me. From the first video it was just myself, so if you want to introduce yourself.
My name's Robin.
And if you don't know already, I'm Chris. And this is a vlog about our journey so far on the 190 visa for Australia.
We're currently living in Scotland at the moment and aim to be in Australia by the end of this year. Right now we have submitted our visas and we are just waiting for that to be granted. So we're currently living in limbo and in the process of looking at selling our house. We started this channel because we enjoyed watching a lot of other families that were in the same process, and we have our 3-month-old baby at the side of us, if that's the noises you can hear. We started this channel just to share an honest process of a family of 4 moving to the other side of the world. It's very daunting, emotional, and yeah, I think there needs to be more information out there about how difficult this process can be. And confusing it is. It's not as easy as applying for a visa and getting it a few weeks later. This takes a long time. So
Robin just mentioned there, it's a long and confusing process, so nobody really knows the timelines and you can't really give anybody a solid answer, but we'll try and go through our timeline and what we've experienced. And obviously this video is just to document our process in an honest and transparent way.
For us to look back on as well.
Obviously the little wins, all the stresses, the waiting around and everything else that comes with it. So obviously we want this to help other people, just the whole process really. So that's kind of what we're aiming to do with this.
We started this process on the 19th of August 2025. I was 6 months pregnant at the time when we one day decided that we were going to move to Australia. Now, this has been in talks for a long time with me and Chris, and I think it kind of, when we told our friends and family, it was very out of the blue, but it hasn't been out of the blue for us. We've spoke about moving away probably since we've been together, which is a long time.
Not always Australia, but we've always sort of dreamed of living abroad somewhere.
Yeah.
We just didn't know where.
So we just limited it down to Australia eventually. So we contacted an agency called the Down Under Centre, and we had our first initial call with them on the 19th of August. When we set our minds on something, we get it done. So this process for us has been quite quick.
Sorry.
Chris had his initial phone call as he's the main applicant, and you can tell them about it.
Yeah, so just like briefly, it's what has been now 6 months or so since we started it. So after the initial call, I started gathering information for, let's pause this.
1 second. And the star of the show.
He's here. He's
Right.
here, the main man himself. So I started the skills assessment quite quickly after our initial consultation with one of the agents. The skills assessment for me as a metallurgical technician, there wasn't any practical assessment or anything like that. It was just like a paper-based exercise, gathering documentation like P60s, pay slips, statements of service, passport pictures, driver licences, all of that kind of stuff. Obviously, for myself, it was quite easy because I've been with the same company for almost 10 years. So it was straightforward in getting all the pay evidence and statements of service. However, I understand and appreciate that some people have worked maybe multiple jobs. sometimes the employers that they used to work with no longer exist, so it can become a bit more difficult. But there's means and ways around it, so don't stress out about that. Along with the skills assessment, you have to do an English exam. There's 2 different types of English test. What do you say? What do you say? There's PTE and there's IELTS. So I sat the PTE exam, and obviously I think there's not much difference between them. I can't speak for IELTS, but for me the PTE studying was fine. Obviously, depending on your score, you can get proficient or superior. Proficient gets you an additional 10 points, superior gets you an additional 20 points. I sat the exam, I got superior. And then once I got my English test, thanks very much, once I got my English test results and my skills assessment was completed, we could then submit our expressions of interest, which I mentioned earlier. So we submitted the EOIs to different states. Our agent done that for us. And the first one was submitted around middle of September, and then when the other states opened, we submitted towards the end of September. In between that time, we found out that Robin's occupation was also on the skills shortage list, so she also carried out a skills assessment. Because Robin's got a British passport, it got me an automatic 5 points. To do the skills assessment, it got me an additional 5 points. Obviously, I understand some people don't have partners that can do skills assessments, but fortunately we did. We also fast-tracked both our skills assessments. You do pay a premium for that, but we got them back within like a week each, so it was quite quick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then, we just waited and waited and waited until December.
Yeah.
In between that time, again, we did do a podcast with the DUC, so if you ever want to listen to that,
We can link it.
Yeah, we'll put a link in the bio.
We'll link it below.
Yeah, at the start you can hear how nervous we are, but yeah, we kind of got into it a wee bit after that, and it was fine. It was good fun. Yeah, after it we finished, we were like, oh, that was actually really good. Could do one again, but it's quite daunting at first. But
Nice to have as a memory.
yeah, for sure. We waited until December to get our invite, because it was like the middle of December. It was getting close to Christmas time, so we knew we had the invite, but we had to wait until after the new year to submit our state nomination application. So you get like a pre-invite, then you have to submit your application to that state. Once they approve it, you can then submit your visa application, which is what we done on my birthday, which was the 13th of January. And now
2026.
Yes, and now we are just
Waiting.
Yeah.
And waiting.
And waiting. So yeah, that's kind of like
a quick overview.
Yeah. So we'll do more on that topic another day. Obviously that whole process was quite quick for us, but any emotions that you felt?
Waiting for an invite, I feel like, has been the hardest, because I feel like, well, actually it wasn't the hardest, because we've had a baby in between that time, so that kind of passed the time for me a bit. But I would say I didn't really feel like we were 100% going until we were wanted, basically. So,
for lack of a better word.
Yeah, but now that we have submitted our visa, like we've been invited by a state, we have submitted our visa, and now we just wait for it to be granted. It's very exciting, but being on maternity and trying to save, it has consumed my life right now, and I'm just so eager to start fresh, which is making me very excited. And just to see everyone that's already out there that we've been talking to, or YouTube channels that we've been watching already, I'd say I'm more excited than apprehensive right now.
It gets you more buzzing, but then at the same time it makes you want it to happen quicker. So yeah, a mixed bag of emotions. Obviously, we're very, very nervous because we're uprooting our full life and the lives of our children to move across the other side of the world. Obviously, we've got parents here and it's a difficult time for them as well. So yeah, it doesn't just affect us, it affects family. We don't have a huge family, but obviously our parents are still emotional about this process, but
Yeah.
I think they're at the point now where they're happy for us and they know why we're doing it. So yeah, it's a mixed bag for us. We hope to give you an update that our visa's granted. Obviously right now, as we said, we're stuck in limbo. We don't know when that's going to happen, but hopefully we can announce it sooner rather than later. Hopefully.
We're going to start filming all the day-to-day, getting ready to leave, saving, all the things I feel like people don't want to talk about, that they think is like
It's not
going to be
glamorous.
boring
Yeah.
for people to watch, but I want to see what people were doing to prep for moving instead of just them being out there and setting up. My life is vinted at the moment. And looking after this little baby.
Bundle of joy.
We also have a 6-year-old who is at school, so that's been a big challenge as well. So we'll probably talk about how we have been getting him ready for moving as well, because that's been a big task, and now he is very excited to move.
Oh, he's ready.
He's ready to go.
He's ready to go.
But it didn't start off that way. So I looked into a lot of ways that we could get him excited. So I'm hoping to maybe do a little video on that.
So yeah, there's lots of preparation around moving, like Robin said. All the glamorous and not so glamorous stuff. You need to think about selling your house, you need to think about how you're getting sentimental stuff shipped over to Australia. It obviously comes with a lot of cost. There's not really much to take. All our furniture we're just going to sell because we don't know the type of house that we're going to get, so it probably won't sit right in the house anyway. So just start fresh, everything fresh, and start again.
The next few months we're going to be videoing us being tourists, because one thing I want to do before we leave is visit places that aren't very far away from us, and be a tourist in our own country.
Yeah.
For a bit.
Yeah.
We're heading down to London, so
That'll be our next vlog.
Yeah, that'll be our next vlog, and then after that,
round Scotland,
probably
north
around,
of Scotland.
yeah, probably
Robin wants
around
to.
Scotland.
Robin wants to go up north and see a couple of places that she's never been to. I see them all the time in my job, so the novelty's worn off for me. But Robin, there's a lot of beautiful places up north that Robin's not seen yet, so we'll maybe do some stuff on that as well. And yeah, just we'll try and do a weekly vlog every Sunday and keep you guys tuned in until the big move happens. Towards
people
the end
can
of the
let
year.
us know what kind of videos you would like to see when you are thinking of moving, when you are moving, because we're open books.
Yeah, and obviously
Maybe a bit too open.
well, yeah, but we try and be as transparent as possible.
Yeah.
But
thank you very much for watching our first sit down video. I'm sure there will be plenty more to come. Hopefully next time the baby will be sleeping.
yeah, he's falling asleep now, but he's fighting it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you like this video, please just give it a thumbs up. That's all. Just a wee click and subscribe somewhere, wherever the
Because
button
one
is.
like
down there.
makes us very happy, especially Chris.
I know, I'm all about the likes, all about the views. But yeah, if you could just like and subscribe, it means a lot to us. And it supports us on this journey as well, and we'll try and keep bringing you good fresh content. But for now, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.